Hey guys, today's topic I'd like to discuss is a simple concept of creating a happy body. So, by this, I actually mean if you have a goal of building muscle or burning body fat or improving performance if you're an athlete, this will not happen unless your body is in the right place internally. So, its foundation is well and truly set in place, and you're in a good position in that aspect. So, a lot of people come to me. Wanting to get lean or and burn a lot of body fat. And after some assessment, I can tell that they're heavily deficient in several vitamins and minerals. Their adrenals are worn out. They're not sleeping really well. Obviously, stress and various hormones are out of balance, and clearly their body is not in a good position. So, by this I mean that the body's not happy in a sense, and a healthy body is what we need to prioritize before we attack any major high-end goals like fat loss or contest preparation or photo shoots. So people need to be a little bit more realistic or have a better understanding about what it takes to get into optimal condition. Whether it be, like I said, to compete or even just to do a photo shoot or get ready for a holiday. I mean, ideally, I've mentioned this in posts before and on Instagram. The ideal scenario is to do a pre-prep before you start your prep. So, whether your prep's for the holiday, like I said, or fat loss phase, or whatever the case may be, you need to spend some time, or invest some time, should I say, in creating a healthy body. So, you need to ensure that digestion's in a good place, your adrenal system's not worn out. You're not training more than you're able to recover. So you're not releasing unnecessary stress hormones. You're not doing excessive amounts of cardio, and all of this goes well against the grain when you first think about it, because typically people think, all right, I want to burn some body fat. I need to do lots of cardio. I need to eat low carb and as little as possible, and eat really lean, and I'll get there eventually. Every person I meet that comes to see me can't do it with this method because their body's certainly not in a good position to do so. So, I start to rebuild energy nutrients, I start to get their body functioning better, and all of a sudden things start moving. So during this prep phase, the goal is not actually to see a great deal of change externally from a physique perspective, but typically I will anyway. I mean, I'll see some muscle go on, I'll see some body fat come off, but most importantly, client feels much better. Energy is far better, sleep's improved. They get up a lot easier, fall off to sleep a lot easier. Energy is more consistent throughout the day, and this is the ideal scenario, really. So, um, before you attack your initial goals, you should get a thorough assessment, or your coach, if you hire the right coach, should thoroughly assess you and be asking questions about current biofeedback, like digestion, current caloric intake, current water intake, and a lot of the specifics I just mentioned before. What's your sleep like? What's your energy like throughout the day? Um, and They should invest some time in ensuring this is optimal. You know, and then moving forward, you can uh, get into some major training. During this phase, actually, is also a good time to learn how to train. Not should I say learn how to train, but invest a lot of energy in establishing good mind muscle connection, good structural balance with your training. So you're not going in the gym with an aggressive mindset of killing the weights and getting a lot stronger. Rather, creating a good solid foundation and for quality lifting. So ensuring mobility's in the right position, in the right place for your body, for example, so that when you do get into a more serious phase of lifting, your range will be at its best. Thus, you're recruiting more muscle mass during each lift, and then obviously you're going to drive more nutrients to muscle cells and get a better result. You're going to grow more muscle mass and burn more body fat. You're going to raise insulin sensitivity in this way as well. So I'll be breaking this stuff down over time, but I just wanted to give you guys a broad explanation of what's most important when you actually have high-end goals. You need to kind of back off and make sure that your body's in the right place before you even get into it. So this is why, unfortunately, buying a lot of 12-week programs or deciding you want to lose body fat uh, because you've got a holiday coming up is not always going to work. Unfortunately, that's a hard, honest truth. But the mindset you should have to this game is that it's a lifestyle. It's a long-term thing, So it's going to be you're going to be training forever. Essentially, you should choose to train forever because it's going to keep you younger. It's going to keep you healthier, keep you stronger, keep your metabolism higher. There's nothing but pros and benefits to adopting a lifestyle like this. And it shouldn't be a phase of your life. If you're competing, it shouldn't be prepping for a show now. Should always be in prep mode, for example. So once you adopt this mindset and learn to love training, you will be able to obtain a far better result with far less stress because you're not putting a lot of pressure on yourself to achieve your goal, which is you've set yourself in 4 weeks, and you're not getting there because of various reasons that are outside of your control, such as the roadblocks I mentioned earlier. Anyway, I hope this gave you a good insight into how I typically operate with clients and how you should kind of approach things, whether it's with myself or any other coach for that matter. So good luck, guys, and I'll be back.